What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake in Profit. Welcome to this live stream. Today, I want to talk about all the BS that's going on with Amazon, all the different updates and changes. And I titled this video, Amazon is trying to eliminate small arbitrage sellers. It's so obvious the BS continues. And it's so obvious. I'm gonna wait until I get into this because I know some people are gonna be joining live right now. But it is so obvious. It is so freaking obvious that Amazon is literally trying to eliminate small sellers from their platform. They're trying to eliminate not only small sellers, but they're really going after. I mean, it all started about a year ago and change. They really started to go after the sellers who don't have invoices that they deem as qualified or legitimate. It is the most obvious thing in the world what Amazon is trying to do. They are trying to squash the little guy like a bug. They are trying to eliminate the small sellers. What's funny to me is if you actually go onto Amazon's website, they actually say that it's okay to purchase products from thrift stores, from library sales. It's like it's literally on their website. Yeah, if you buy an item from a thrift store, if you buy an item from a library sale, a flea market, a garage sale, if you buy an item on eBay, whatever, they won't take the invoices. And this is something that we've all known. And I'm going to get into, I've got about 5 things that I want to talk about that is making Amazon a lot harder nowadays, right? A lot harder. And this isn't a video where, because I'm the first person to always say in my videos, like, you know, don't be a crybaby, don't be whining, don't be, sitting around and, crying over spilled milk. Like, if you want to succeed in business, the reason people succeed is because we overcome problems. We overcome obstacles. We find solutions to problems. We do the things that other people aren't willing to do, right? And I said it in a video that I posted today. If running a business was so easy and it was so easy to make money running a business, everybody would do it. But that's not true. You see a lot of people start businesses. You see a lot of people start selling on eBay or start selling on Amazon. But 3 months down the road, they're gone. 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, they're down the road, they're gone, because running a business isn't easy. And Amazon's making it a lot harder. Who here is selling on Amazon right now? I'd be curious to know. What's up, Trev? Trev, the Terrible Experiment. I like that name. Good to see you, Steve. What's going on? Great to see you live. M. Dot says invest in eggs. I tell you, if they didn't spoil, I might just do that. Who knows? Maybe we got to invest in some chickens and start up an egg selling business. But I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know where you guys are from. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come on in. But I want to talk about 5 things that is happening right now on Amazon that's making things a lot harder. And again, the point of this video isn't to complain, but to share with you some of the things that are going on. And just for the folks to understand, especially if you're a new seller right now, you have to understand things on Amazon are getting harder. They're getting harder and harder and harder. And I remember when I first started selling on Amazon back in 2013, 2014, it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier. Fees were a lot lower. I know fees go up over time, but fees have really risen. I used to actually be able to sell $7 books and be able to make a couple dollars profit. Can anybody believe that? I would go into a thrift store. I could pay $1 or $2 for a book, sell it for $7 and double my money. Wild, right? I remember when FBA fees were a lot lower. I remember when there was no such thing as a restriction. There was no such thing as being gated. I don't even know if there were IP complaints or counterfeit complaints. I don't even know if that was a thing, right? Back in 2013, I was so new, I didn't know the difference between my left and my right foot, right? But there's been a lot of changes. Amazon's getting a lot harder. So if you're a new seller and you're thinking about starting an Amazon business, this video is going to share with you some of the challenges, some of the new things that are happening right now. Zen Doctor says, I left eBay and Amazon after 1 year. I started with you and 10K on the Bay. Remember him? Of course. Yep. Chris Lynn. Running an eBay and Amazon business isn't easy, but I've been running in a reselling business for almost 12 years. Specifically, I really started to scale my business about 4 years ago when I started flipping items from eBay to Amazon. Everybody told me not to do it. Everybody said you're going to get kicked off. Everybody said it's the stupidest idea. Everybody said it's not possible. Everybody says if you do it, you're going to fail. Well, in the last 4 years, buying items on eBay and flipping it on Amazon, which was different. It was unique. I went against the crowd. I sold over almost $2 million. Almost $2 million. Can you believe that? It's wild. Last 2 years alone, $1.3 million on Amazon, literally buying shit from eBay and flipping it on Amazon, buying DVDs, buying books. Everybody told me don't do it. You're going to get in trouble. It's too much money. You're not going to be able to be profitable. It's too hard to find the deals. I did it. It's been super lucrative. I mean, in the last 2 years alone, $1.3 million. Last year alone, I did $175,000 in profit on $700,000 in sales. And I don't share this to impress you. I always use that line. I don't share this to impress you, but to impress upon you, there's a shit ton of money to be made on Amazon. There is a lot of money to be made on Amazon, but it's getting a lot harder. Let's talk about some of the new things that they're doing, that Amazon's doing. Give me 5 minutes to cry and complain. I'll get over it, but let's get right into it. What up, Lalit? Yeah, man, I got to refill that coffee. Number one, Amazon's starting to regate people on brands that they are ungated for. So you might have purchased 10 Lego items, or you might have purchased 10 Marvel items or 10 Monopoly items, got ungated, right? Spent your money, got ungated, sold those products. Well, now Amazon, for whatever reason, they're circling back around. And if anybody's been checking their email the last couple of days, if not, you should go check. They've been regating sellers on products, which sucks. For me, I actually haven't been affected so far, surprisingly, but I know folks who sell DVDs, they regated a lot of people on Universal DVDs. Today, emails came out about Monopoly. People were getting gated on Monopoly. Yesterday was Marvel. A couple other brands. There's a bunch of brands, actually. And Amazon has essentially said, if you haven't sold a ton of quantity, we're removing you. And now what they're doing, number two, is not only are they regating people, but this is really challenging for folks as well. In the past, you used to be able to buy 10 items, get ungated, buy 10 products from a distributor, get ungated. Now they're asking for 100, 300 products. I mean, the writing is so crystal clear on the wall that Amazon is trying to eliminate smaller sellers. How is a smaller seller going to be buying 100 to 300 quantity of an item just to get an invoice to push through to one of the, Indian robots that they have going on over there to approve you? What if they don't approve you? So you're saying I have to spend $10 times 300. So I'm going to spend $20,000 to $30,000 to buy an item to then hope you're going to approve me. And then how the hell am I going to sell through that product? Like, a small seller is not going to be able to do that. It's like literally almost impossible. It's so obvious they're trying to wipe out the smaller seller, raising all the fees, right? Regating everybody, wanting you to get ungated by 100, 300. I literally posted in the group. Yeah, Lilith, you're not an Indian robot, man. You are Indian, but you are not a robot. Lilith used to actually work with me for a long time, and he was great, man. I think you moved, right? You're not in India anymore. Where are you? Didn't you move to like New Zealand or something? That's hilarious. But not only are they regating and making you buy a crazy amount of quantity, I saw the other day they wanted 100,000 quantity to get negated. Are you smoking crack? That is absolutely insane. Number three, who's a bookseller here? Who's selling used books? I'm happy that I don't sell a lot of used books right now because Amazon is doing a really nasty thing right now, and I'm hoping that this is a glitch. There's a lot of people upset, complaining, rightfully so. What Amazon is now doing is they're giving the used buy box to merchants. What else are they doing? They're doing different things with that, but I know a lot of booksellers who typically have a book in FBA are winning the buy box. They're now not giving the buy box anymore to these FBA sellers. They're giving them to MF sellers, or they're doing weird things with rotation. Like they're rotating the buy box really weird. It hasn't affected me. I'm not super educated on this, just because 99.9% of the items that I sell, you guys probably know if you've been following me, I flip items from eBay to Amazon. I'm selling new items, new electronics, new DVDs, new tools. If you guys want to know what I sell, check out my YouTube channel. I post videos all the time sharing exact items I'm selling, sharing the exact ASINs, exposing my replens, because I want to be the type of person who shares the items I'm flipping. And I don't really care if I expose, my store or specific item, because I have over 5,000 replens that I flip. I typically only keep 1 to 2 quantity of an item in my store, but I'm new. This issue isn't really affecting the new buy box, but for anyone who's selling used, are your sales tanking the last 3 or 4 days? I'm curious. Let me know. Or are your sales consistent? Lilith says books are easy to find in New Zealand, but no Amazon here to sell, unfortunately. Yeah, man. Dude, you're making money, man. Lilith, it's so funny, man. You're killing it, dude. You're killing it. I'd be shocked if you aren't into the AI agents. Lilith used to help me with ClickFunnels and a lot of tech stuff. Yeah, Steve Woodard, I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Sales are tanking. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the sales are tanking. I don't know if this is a glitch. I don't know what Amazon is doing, but they're regating people, causing people to have to buy 100, 300, 500 quantity. The used buy box, people aren't winning the buy box, which is interesting. More and more people are getting hit with Section 3s. So a Section 3 is essentially a section in the terms of service of Amazon, and it pretty much says, hey, I'm Amazon, and if for whatever reason I want to kick you off the platform without telling you specifically why, I'm going to hit you with what's known as a Section 3, and I'm going to destroy your business. I'm going to mutilate your business. So a lot of times what they are going to ask for when you get a Section 3 claim, and we could talk more about this, is they're going to ask for a legitimate invoice, right? They're going to want an invoice from a distributor, right? If you're going to thrift stores, you don't have an invoice. If you're going to garage sales, you don't have an invoice. If you're buying from eBay to flip on Amazon, you don't have an invoice. You do have an invoice, but they won't accept it. Estate sales, garage sales, local pickups, next door app, even like some liquidation, pallets, different things, depending on the type of invoice you have. And even if you do have an invoice, right? I know a lot of wholesalers and online arbitrage sellers. You ever hear about these people who, they buy items from like all these different online retailers? Well, yes, they will accept those invoices from Walmarts and Targets and these big stores, but there's a lot of online arbitrage sellers and wholesalers who have invoices and Amazon literally won't accept it. Why? Because they're not deeming it as a qualified invoice, right? Amazon is really trying to crush the little seller. Now, I don't share all of this with you to say, hey, you should give up and quit, but I'm sharing this with you guys to let you know it's getting harder and harder. I'm still making a bunch of money. I'm still happy. I still paid myself a 6-figure salary last year, but I'd be lying to every single one of you if I told you like, oh yeah, like Raking Profit's going to be here on YouTube in 3 to 5 years making videos about Amazon, right? I'd be lying if I told you I think that's highly likely. I'd be lying if I told you, in 3 to 5 years from now, I'm going to be flipping items from eBay to Amazon. Probably highly unlikely. I'd probably be lying if I told you I'm going to be crushing thrift stores and, estate sales and library sales if, with this method on Amazon. The writing's on the wall. They are literally trying to crush the little sellers. And this is one of the reasons why you want to diversify now, right? I'm going to freaking run this thing until the wheels fall off because I'm making a ton of money with my Amazon business. There's still a ton of money with thrift stores, library sales, garage sales, eBay to Amazon, Amazon to Amazon, another great method. Seems like those invoices have been working. We'll see how long that goes on for. I'm not sharing this to scare you guys away and say, don't do this, but you better freaking understand if you're going to sell on Amazon and it's your only income stream, you've got a freaking, well, I got to watch out what I say because I'm on YouTube right now, but let's just say that you are not safe, okay? If all your eggs are in one basket on Amazon, you're asking for trouble. If you are only doing eBay to Amazon and thrifting or all these other things and Amazon's like your main income stream, you better freaking have a backup because I'm telling you right now, the writing is on the wall. A couple things that you can do to stay a bit more safe on Amazon is, pray every single day. That's a good thing. Pray to the Amazon gods. No, in all seriousness, some things that you could do is you could have really, really good invoices. So typically you're going to have to, maybe be doing wholesale or certain online arbitrage methods, be doing really big volume. Maybe you have a warehouse, maybe you have a team, you're not buying wholesale products from ASD sellers. That's a big thing. A lot of wholesalers are getting in trouble because even though they're buying wholesale and they have good invoices, Amazon wants the invoice up the chain. So they want to know who your wholesaler is and who they're getting it from and who they're getting it from. So you have to be really careful. Like, I'm not super educated with this because I don't do wholesale. I do eBay to Amazon. But if you want to be super duper safe, do some of the safer forms of online arbitrage and wholesale. The only thing is, a lot of people, we want to make 40, 50, 60% ROI. Like, we don't want to invest 30, 40, 50, 60, $100,000. Like, we want to start paying ourselves within 3 to 6 months. If you do wholesale or some of these forms of online arbitrage, a lot of these kids are going to be showing you these really big sales, and they're going to be showing you 50, 100, 150K in sales, but they ain't making any money. I can tell you that. They're investing all the money back into the business. A lot of their sales are tanking. A lot of them actually are just making money on the back end with courses. That's what I love about thrifting and eBay to Amazon, is the ROI is so freaking stupid that you can pay yourself fairly quickly and make really good money. The downside is if you get a Section 3 or if you get too many IP complaints or counterfeits, you're going to be kicked off. So how do I protect myself? Like, how the hell have I been selling on Amazon without invoices really heavy for the last 4 years? Is number one, I fly under the radar. I'm not flipping really, really popular products. I'm not flipping items that brands are attacking sellers on. I'm under the radar. I'm flipping discontinued items. I'm flipping items that sell 1 to 10 times per month. I'm not going after DVDs that are less than 10,000 rank. I'm very careful about the different types of products that I'm flipping. Another thing I'm doing is I'm not really attacking a lot of leads. I'm focusing on replens. And what I mean by that is I'm not selling a lot of items or brands that I've never sold before, because I'm always concerned, is the brand going to attack me? Is this going to give me a problem? So I'd say probably over 80% of the items that I'm reselling in my business are replenishable products. They're replens. Also, another thing that I'm doing as I take a sip of my cold coffee is I'm doing enough volume to be able to take the impact of a IP complaint or a counterfeit complaint. So, I got a counterfeit complaint recently, and it dropped my score by about 32 points. If I wasn't doing enough volume, and if my Amazon health rating wasn't high enough, my account wouldn't be able to take that impact. So if you're going to thrift, do E to A, garage sales, all that stuff, try to focus on more volume. Or even one thing you can do is you can buy some like really cheap online arbitrage items with some good invoices that sell fast. And even if you break even or lose a little bit of money, every couple months, send in 500, 700, 800 items, RA or OA with good invoices to get your Amazon health rating up, because that rating is going to go up based upon the volume of items that you sell, and it's going to come down based on strikes on your account. What do you think Amazon's reasoning for wanting to crush small sellers? I think there's a couple reasons. Number one, I think there's a lot of counterfeits, and I think they're probably taking on a lot of heat legally from brands or maybe from lawsuits possibly. And I think they're trying to protect their marketplace against counterfeits. So I don't think they're doing it for like a terrible reason, but I think what they're doing that really sucks is they're very vague. Like, if you don't want us to sell a fucking product, then just restrict it and don't let anybody sell it. Don't let me freaking sell the item and then have brands attacking me and sending me letters and trying to sue me, and then Amazon wanting invoices. If you don't want me to freaking sell the item, don't let me sell the item, you freaking idiot. It's like, Amazon, you're so stupid. They're so black, like, they're not black and white. Everything's so vague and gray area, and you can do this, but you can't do this. And, it's like your website says you can thrift and do garage sales and estate sales, but then when we do, you want an invoice. Well, how the hell am I supposed to get an invoice from a garage sale? You want me to go up the chain? You want me to... Okay, I'm going to buy an item for you at the thrift store. And now what I want you to do is I want to go to the manager and ask the manager who donated this to you. And then I'm going to contact that person. And then I'm going to ask them for their receipt. And then I'm going to call the receipt, like the manufacturer, and get, like, what are you smoking? Like, why, like, be more clear cut. It's like so weird. They're very weird platform. But again, I'm making so much money hand over fist with it. Like, I'm not getting rich, but like, I'm spending a couple hours per month at this point. And I don't share that to brag or impress people. It's like, people want to hear like what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I buy items from eBay, flip it on Amazon. I have VAs who buy items using Replen Catcher. It gets drop shipped to our prep center. The prep center preps it. They put everything in a box. They ship it to Amazon. I get paid. eBay to Amazon. Crazy margins. Don't have to sell a lot of product to make really good money. But I think it's the counterfeits, and I think the big problem is they're very vague with everything. I want to read some more comments because I know I missed some of your guys' comments. I apologize. I'm getting amped up and I'm hyper caffeinated. What will you do if your funds get locked? Yeah, that's one of the things that could certainly happen. For me personally right now, I'm playing with house money. I've made so much money in the last 3 or 4 years with Amazon that I'm playing with house money. So worst comes to worst, I typically have anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 revolving at any given time within my Amazon business. So that's going to include like inventory that they're holding, like the value of the inventory, or what I'm into for the inventory. So maybe I have like 200 items they're holding on to, or right now I have like 350 items in their inventory, but maybe I have like 50 items on the way and there's 300 in inventory. So like the value of my inventory plus maybe the money that they're holding, 20 to 50K. So worst comes to worst, if something happens and I can't get my money back, 20 to 50K they can take from me. So, you know, I'm willing to take the risk just because I'm making so much cash flow that like I'm not going to risk 130 to 150K in my pocket every year, you know, if my account gets locked and they take 30 to 50K. But that's my situation. That's why I'm trying to warn you guys, like and I have other income streams as well, but if you don't have any other income streams and all your eggs are in this basket and you don't have the money to afford, if they lock up your funds or you get a Section 3, you got to start thinking about that now. If you're running 700K revenue with 130K profit, no, it's 175K profit. 130 is what I paid myself. All of that revenue could get frozen. No, it can't get frozen because you're getting paid out every single 2 weeks, and you could even take daily payments as well. I did E to A with 30K months and got funds locked. Well, maybe you got your funds locked because you were selling stupid items, possibly. Maybe you got your funds locked because you scaled too quickly. There's so many different reasons why you could get your funds locked. I mean, there's people who do private label, wholesale, online arbitrage who get their funds locked. So it's kind of silly when people point their finger at thrifting or E to A and say, that got my funds locked. Maybe it did, or maybe you did something silly. Or maybe you had bad luck, to be honest. There's an element of luck. Walmart is good about blocking from listing if it's restricted. That's nice. I wish Amazon did that. I did OA the entire year of 2024. So much price tanking, so many subscriptions, thin margins, constant problems. Now I'm trying my hand at E2A. That's the thing, Will. It's like, I swear to freaking God, these kids, and you see them all the time. There's huge communities. And I don't have any problems with, you know, these guys who teach and whatever. It is what it is. It's a free market. But I swear to freaking God, 95% of these people you see doing 50, 100, 150K a month on Amazon, they ain't making any money, right? They'll tell you they made 50K profit, but 50K profit doesn't mean you're putting any money in your pocket. I hear people all the time, I made 150K profit, 130K profit. I got this guy's car freaking going off, but that doesn't mean that's what you paid yourself because you have to reinvest back into the business. I paid myself. Can I put this through some of your guys' head because you don't get it? I didn't make 130K profit. I paid myself 130K. I did $700,000 in sales. I made 175K profit, but I paid myself 130K because I had about $45,000 revolving in the business, money in my inventory, money that I've invested in inventory on the way there, so on and so forth. So that's why I love eBay to Amazon. The margins are so ridiculously high and you could pay yourself very quickly. But of course, there's the risk of getting kicked off. But I swear, a lot of you guys forget why we sell on Amazon. It's like, it's so silly that I have to remind people on social media. The reason why we're selling on Amazon is very simple. I feel like I have to like talk down to a child. The reason is we're trying to make money and get paid so we can pay our bills, go on vacation, enjoy life. It's not to show off the orange bars. Orange bars don't mean jack shit. But a lot of you guys think that it's really cool to have orange bars to show that I made 150, 250K. Yes, it's nice and it's the prerequisite to growing and building and scaling your business. But you should all read a book called Profit First, okay? You got to pay yourself. You got to actually make money. I know people who've been selling on Amazon who do 6 figures per month and haven't paid themselves in 5 years. Hey, good for you if down the road eventually you're going to pay yourself, right? But I know a lot of people who they'll make 500K, a million and a half. And guess what? I go hang out with them and they're living in a crappy little apartment. They don't have any money. They're driving a beater. They're having to drive Uber all the time. And it's like, hey, kudos to you for reinvesting back into the business. But when eventually are you going to pay yourself in this risky Amazon business? But anyways, that's my rant. What's up, Swamp Picker? Flipping with Amanda, the Walmart queen. Guys, if you aren't following Amanda, if you want to diversify your reselling business, go check out Amanda's YouTube channel, Flipping with Amanda. She, had a lot of success on Amazon, eBay to Amazon, thrifting, but Amazon fucked her, right? Sorry to say it that way, but they eventually did. She's got her account back, but she never really trusted them afterwards. And she went and built an Amazon business. And what are you doing? A Walmart business. She's still, I think you're flipping books. You're doing a lot of books and Amazon flips on Amazon. But what are your sales up to now in Walmart? I mean, I know you were doing over 10K a month at one point. I don't know if it's higher or lower than that now. Yes, we're live right now. And guess what? Amanda got a Section 3 and she beat it. A lot of people in the community say if you get a Section 3, your life's over. Your life's not over. There's ways to be creative. There's things that you can do. I can't share all of them publicly just because some of them might be a little black hat. I'm not saying to go create fake invoices, but if you make enough friends, if you get into the, different Amazon inner circles, there's ways to beat Section 3s. There's ways to overcome. Not to say if I get one, I'm going to beat it, but I have things that I can do. I know for a fact I can. I know people, I have friends who have beaten them, and I'm not talking about creating fake invoices, but there's like gray hat things that you can do. There's things you can do to protect yourself. There's lawyers that you can get on retainer. Jeff Schick, $89 a month. I don't know if he's still offering it. You can get him on retainer. If you get a nasty Section 3 IP, you can get a lawyer on your side. But people don't want to do this. They just want to cry on the internet. Yes, man, Miami. I'm pumped. 8K consistently. 20K was in December. Fantastic. Yes. Oh, all right. We just got Amanda, a subscriber. I'm trying to think of any other things. So just to recap, the new things Amazon's doing now, they're regating people on a lot of brands. That sucks. Let's put the nail in the coffin for a lot of small sellers. They're increasing the quantity that you need to get ungated. So say you're restricted in Milwaukee and you want to start flipping some Milwaukee tools from eBay to Amazon. In the past, maybe you'd buy 10 from Granger, spend 20 on each, $200, get ungated. Now they want 100. They want 300. They want 500. That sucks. Used booksellers. Last 3 to 5 days, they're not giving the buy box to a lot of used booksellers. I think this is a glitch. I know Joji, Davenport, Victor Galejos were pretty optimistic about this. We'll see how things turn out, but that's pretty nasty. A lot of Section 3s. Amazon's requiring invoices, wanting to go up. They're wanting to go up the chain. They want to get the distributor's invoice, the invoice from that distributor, the invoice from that wholesaler. Who knows why? Maybe they want to get all the distributors so they could wipe everybody out. Oh, and the last one. Who here's been enjoying listing lately on these listing softwares? It's been nasty. The new API update. Ooh, it has been nasty. I am so grateful that I'm not having to list things on my own. I have a prep center. Big shout out to Frank of Little L Prep because he lists everything on my behalf for me. But boy, oh boy, who here has been enjoying using these listing softwares? And I do want to give a big shout out to GoToLister. Inventory Lab, I heard it's been nasty. I heard AccelerList has been terrible. This is just what I've heard. Boxem, I'm not sure. I heard they're making you even go through Amazon Seller Central or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly. That's a lot of OA wholesalers use it. But I know AccelerList, a lot of people have been leaving AccelerList to go to GoToLister. Big shout out to GoToLister. It's definitely not perfect and flawless, but they're probably 10 steps ahead of a lot of these other listing softwares. So big shout out to GoToLister. But yeah, it's crazy. New API updates, new regating issues, used buy box issues, having to buy 100, 300 quantity, Section 3s. It's a jungle out there. And again, I hope this video doesn't come off like I'm complaining. I guess maybe I am venting a little bit, but guess what? I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep making money. I'm going to keep sourcing deals. I'm going to keep doubling and tripling down on eBay. I'm going to keep doubling and tripling down using Replen Catcher. If you guys don't know about Replen Catcher, replencatcher.com. That's the software I've built that I've been using the last couple of years. The last 6 months, I revealed it to people. Matter of fact, in the last month, our users have spent over $400,000 on eBay, buying items from eBay, flipping them on Amazon. It's been a game changer. I'm going to keep doubling down sourcing deals from Replen Catcher, sending them to Little Owl Prep. And I'm going to keep fighting the good fight, because that's all you can do. If making money, running a business was so easy, then why do so many people just work a normal job? Because it's not easy. You've got to take risk. You've got to spend money before you make money. You've got to have a vision. You've got to be creative. You've got to figure out solutions to things that are just a pain in your ass, right? Ronald says 2 months in and I got 3K sales my first active month. My goal is sending a box a week and being consistent. It's definitely a challenge to source profitable items, but I've been successful so far. Ronald, that's fantastic. How are you sourcing? Where are you going? Thrift stores, library sales? I'd start looking into sourcing from eBay to flip on Amazon very soon if you want to scale. Start looking into sourcing books from Amazon to flip on Amazon. BookMine is another great software, or even Keepa. You can use Keepa to find books and DVDs that have dropped in value, and you can buy those items and flip them as well. You are going to have to pay a little bit more money, but you have those items come directly to you. But I know everybody's in a different situation. Not everybody has the capital. I spent over $300,000 in 2024 on eBay. But the cool thing is I racked up 1 to 2% from cashback sites every time I purchased an item. I racked up 2% on that $300,000 from my Capital One charge card, right? Cashback, which was great. I am tax exempt as well. If you're going to do eBay to Amazon, get tax exempt and, save that percentage. In Connecticut, it's 6.35%. So I'm saving nearly 10% on all purchases. Blee Dizzle said Replen Catcher opened my eyes to so many different products. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for using it. It's powerful. Replen Catcher, you don't need a replens list. A lot of people think in order to use Replen Catcher, you need a replens list. That's not true. Replen Catcher is tracking and monitoring 1.6 million products on eBay 24/7. Imagine that. That is really, really powerful. So all you literally have to do is choose a category, choose a condition, an ROI, a profit, hit search, and Replen Catcher will go search those 1.6 million products and bring you back all the results that meet your criteria. And guess what? It's searching all day, 24/7. All day, 24/7. There's other softwares out there that will give you updates like once per hour or once a day, right? Give you an email once a day, 24/7 all day long. Within 10 minutes of an item getting listed on eBay that reaches your criteria, Replen Catcher will let you know. But guess what? Replen Catcher doesn't only allow you to do live searches of 1.6 million products. You can upload up to 300 million products. You could choose any one of those products and you could upload it to Replen Catcher, and it'll track and monitor your own custom list of replens. So there's a good chance that you're flipping items from library sales, garage sales, flea markets, estate sales that we don't have in our 1.6 million product database on Replen Catcher. Well, guess what? That's a huge opportunity because other people aren't going to see it. They're not going to find it. You're not going to be able to manually source through 300 million products. It's impossible. So that's how we source a lot of our products. We have a lot of replens that we source on Replen Catcher that aren't in the live stream. Good, Ronell. I'm glad that you're tax exempt. What up, Tom, the English picker? Same issues with Amazon over here in the UK, Steve. Listening while sorting a pallet of my army books. Nice. Great niche. What's up, Tom? I'm playing it safe and only selling books and Lego. Yeah, I love flipping Lego. I love flipping books. I think DVDs are another really great niche that you can flip. Just be careful with DVDs. I'd say under 20,000 rank. What I sold the most of was those Sharp calculators the ones that print out. I found some from eBay that I was selling them. Yeah, I mean, those are great. I flip a lot of calculators. I flip a lot of office products, label printers. I flip toner, ink. I mean, check out my channel, guys. I share a lot of different items I flip. You'd be shocked at some of the different niches and products that I'm flipping. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully I didn't scare you too much, but I think it's, you know, smart to be aware of the risks and the challenges. And I'm going to put this, you know, in this live stream right now. Amazon's only going to get harder, guys. It's going to only become more challenging. They're going to keep making it harder and harder. They're going to keep gating more and more products. So just know you're going to have to keep your head on a swivel. You're going to have to be willing to learn and adapt fairly quickly. And I think it's very, very smart to have backups. Have an eBay account going. Have a Walmart account going. Don't sell, or how do I say this better? Don't have all your eggs in one basket on Amazon. Unless you're really, really advanced, you have really, really good invoices, you have a lot of experience running a business. But that's 1% of the people. You know, 99% of people watching my videos, they just want to make an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000 profit at the end of the day. They don't have 30, 40, 50, $100,000. They don't have money to invest in a warehouse and employees and, you know, lawyers and all this stuff. So if you're the 99% watching who are just trying to make a couple thousand or maybe 5,000 a month, like for me right now, like even in 2024, I made, you know, about 10,000 a month, a little bit more than that. So I'm not getting rich over here. I'm still a little tiny little fish. I'm a nobody on Amazon, right? But you know, not everybody wants to spend and build a massive Amazon business. I would just be very, very careful, guys. I just want to put that out there. Be very, very careful. Have backups, have eBay, have Walmart going, and stay strong. I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep riding this till the wheels fall off. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. But yeah, guys, much love. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.